To be what hat is a scam.
How to poison those results then?
You have to give more source than the actual source about your target. It's got different techniques, but the main techniques, the most interesting one is...
How and why would you use cloaking in LLMs?
I use a lot. It's GPT, so it have to be true. And in fact, how it works, it's so fucking easy.
How do you delete content from LLMs? You deleted Macron from France.
Google say that I'm the guy who created Google.
Yes.
It was pretty fun. Let's say IPv6, new folder dedicated to AI, dissolve the search, the bot. You make some cloaking that's totally invisible for human, for the bot. Only AI found it, and AI don't even know that it's cloaked. Real major updates in Google, like Panda Penguin, happened 12 years after Google was born. Yes. So that if we still keep the same way, we have 10 years free now. You can make LM poisoning in 2 weeks. So the freshness, yes, the freshness is very important.
Okay.
Just change the publication date and micro dating, and LM take it like if the official date.
That's crazy.
Pretty stupid.
How is that possible that journalists pick up on that and start spreading your misinformation in the real world?
You influence Google, okay? You influence the AI, so impact everyone, and you influence the media who repeat and poison itself the AI again.
Wondering which domains are winning right now? Now you don't have to wonder, nor do the work to find out. We research, test, and identify the trends for you before they peak. New release every week, limited inventory. Subscribe to all these trends now. Hi, we are back with Others Podcast. My name is Aneta Samkov, and I'm super excited to introduce my guest, Alan Cladx, who's the godfather of Black Hat AI.
Oh.
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
So, everyone know me as Alan Cladx. I started in 1999, yes, 26 years ago now. I don't have any degree. I get out of school before 18 years old. As I was lazy, I said, let's go to work on internet. So it was before 2000. There's only porn, so I go in the porn industry to make money. And I discovered that to have a beautiful website is for nothing. It's better to have traffic. So I go in SEO. Then from 2004 to today, I participate to the majority of the SEO contests, national, international. I finish every time between first to third maximum. And today, from 2004, I created tools that today permit me to manage the biggest PBN. I'm the owner of the biggest PBN in Europe, possible in the world. We talk about more than 500,000 websites.
Wow.
We are everywhere in Europe, plus Canada, USA, Central America, MENA, a little bit southeast of Asia. We're not very good in Australia, but we start to progress there. We're managing lots of big brands that I can't say, but everyone knows those brands, they can use or heard about it. We still continue to work with lots of big actors in the porn industry. In short time, I think in gaming, I don't know why. What I can say more, my passion is really to search the little tips to hack the scam. I'm a real black hat. I don't want to make a scam like the white hat are. Because for me, to be white hat, it's a scam. You pay an agency to make nothing and to hope you be in first position. I prefer to act, so be paid to act and to get the position people ask me. And now my new hobby is hack the AI.
Well said. And we're going to talk about that today. So tell us, are people actually using AI search?
The old people, no, they're not even able to, so don't care. But actually it was start by the geek, then after the marketing, and more important, it's all the new generation. From last week, for example, there's a new report that TikTok is not anymore the most installed app. It's ChatGPT, because the new generation want a fast answer. When they go somewhere, let's go visit Zakopane, as we are in Zakopane. I have 2 hours, what I can see in 2 hours. They have 3 lines to answer and they get out. They want to click on like an organic to compare different websites, to know the price or what is open, cross, things like that.
It's just easier.
It's easier, faster. And it's GPT, so it have to be true. See only the truth, GPT.
That's what they believe.
Yeah, that's
so tell us how to poison those results then.
How to poison the LM, in fact.
Yes.
I make lots of tests on more than 1 year now, and discover different techniques. But the main techniques, the most interesting one, is to publish lots of articles on a pattern of keywords about the target we choose to poisoning. And in fact, we push the LLM to scrap these articles. And based on this, they train the LLM to say the answer you choose by this article. For example, if you search Faustine Verneuil, they say it's the best SMO manager in France, as she don't even exist or have a Facebook or Instagram or something like that. So you can train the LLM to say what you want. Because for them, it's more important to have lots of people who talk about the same subject than to take only one website, including with high authority, who says something. In fact, the majority is more important than one. So if you publish on lots of domain, the same kind of article, no duplicate, same kind of article, the same mindset of the article, you will train the LLM. And of course, the little tips is in plus to create 10 articles around who is totally out of the subject. Let's go say he's talking about the same keyword, but it's a brand of chips or it's a new video game. Because like this, you force the LLM, when they find all this information, to understand the main are talking about globally the same thing, but there's few websites that are talking about some bullshit. So those ones are parasite. So they kick it and they confirm that the domain is good.
Okay, so you create those websites that LLM will reject on purpose.
That's it.
Okay.
To force the LLM to accept what I decide.
Okay. Wow. And how many of these websites do you need? How many mentions?
It depends. In fact, it depends on the subject you want to work about. I think later we talk about aquaponing, but right now, to give an example, you have to give more source than the actual source about your target. Let's say, for example, I want to poisoning the Trump version about Trump in GPT. I will need to count how many sources talk about Trump on all worldwide. And I have to publish more than this. So it's it will be very crazy. But if you go on some keywords, there's only 100 sources. So if you have 100 sources, you create 150 sources. And your information will take the place of the 100 because it's the majority.
Yeah. So actually, tell us about your crazy hacks. What's the favorite one?
So the last one I made, I create a sport. The name is aquaponing. It's hard to ride a pony in the swimming pool. We don't define really the rules about this, but it doesn't matter. And we start last year in February. And the objective was to make believe the sport will be at the Olympic Games in Paris. And at the end, we success so much that if you ask, the aquaponing is an official sport of Olympic game. And the side effect, the funny part, we discovered that many journalists use the AI to make their articles. So we find lots of French media talking about Olympic games, say the aquaponing is an official sport. And it goes so much huge that at the end we have international media, including on the main website of the Olympic game, they're talking about aquaponing because they are using the AI to read them, to write the content. The screenshot I showed you before.
How is that possible that journalists pick up on that and start spreading your misinformation in the real world?
I think they're just lazy.
They just even read that
paid to use a GPT. I don't know. I don't say it's a real journalist. I see there's some media who they have real journalists, but there's lots of media who I think they use newbies as journalists. Say, I need an article about this, ChatGPT, and don't care about the source. And it's crazy because at the end you influence Google, okay? You influence the AI, so impact everyone, and you influence the media who repeats and poison itself the AI again.
Exactly.
So it's like a
closed circle that repeats continuously.
And today still have the aquaponing in Olympic game. If you search, you can have a look. You will see Przemek, for example, got 1 or 2 gold medal in the Olympic game. And the funny part, I discovered a little hack that I don't talk about this today, the speech. It's the time, how AI manage the time, the date of publication.
Yeah.
In fact, if you search in the AI, you will find some articles who say that the Acropony was in Paris. There's a lot of gold medal. So in Paris 2024. But the article is, the publication date is 2012. So that means it's like an article published the result of the Olympic Games 12 years before the Olympic Games. And the AI accepted and wrote, in 2012, they announced they win medals because they don't care. They don't have any control about the content, the date, and if it's even possible or true. It's just because they heard, you read, they analyze, and they put together and say, okay, it's a company, there's an article in 2000. In fact, it was not published in 2012, it was published after the Olympic Games, this article. They just changed the publication date and microdating, and the LLM take it like the official date.
That's crazy.
It's pretty stupid.
Oh my gosh. So actually, does the freshness matter?
Wait, am I enough shiny?
You pretty. Don't worry.
Shining
as a star.
Oh, thank you. So the freshness, yes, the freshness is very important. And in fact, I make some try. If you use, for example, digital Russian press or something like that, you can see that the element can be scrapped in one day and be indexed in the LLM.
Wow, that's fast.
And it's pretty interesting to use too. When use press, it happens a lot.
And how much in advance did you start building this whole, misinformation about the Aquapony?
The Aquapony started in February for the Olympic game that was started in the end of July.
Okay,
so
that was enough time.
And that's it was a test. But on the last test, for example, for Psemek to make him as a gold medal, or about Craig Campbell I started 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
In 2 weeks, after the advantage, the LM start to scrap more. They are more efficient. Between this time and today, they activate this deep search. So it helps us a lot because by the deep search, you can push them to aggregate the content you want. So now, in fact, you can make LM poisoning in 2 weeks. It's pretty easy.
Wow.
If I want that now you are a chef cook in America, when you search a name, in 2 weeks you can have this in a LLM. It's
amazing.
It's very easy.
But does it also depend on the competitiveness of the keyword?
The competitiveness, the competitivity is not really based about who try to make better SEO on this keyword or not. It's more about the amount of sources.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
In fact, you can have the 100 page are not even top 100 on a search engine. You don't care because it's not the same system than Google. In fact, GPT will at base scrap by itself. He have a user agent to scrap, but he will use, if he miss some information, he will use some data from Bing that you can spam on the other side.
Okay.
So you can pass it. I'm talking about GPT, but it's the same way for Perplexity, for Grok, for Claude, yeah.
Okay. So how important are exact match domains?
That's one of the best sources ever. In fact, the first reaction when you use, we make a request on a keyword on for example, ChatGPT, let's go to say on this one. The first action you try is to find the keyword as domain. So exact match domain of the request. So if I search, for example, cherry jam, let's go, on the ChatGPT, if I'm the owner of the domain cherry-jam.com, the first thing you'll do is to go to this website, to read the content and to use it for the answer. Because it cannot know if I search a brand or the recipe or something like that. So the first action is to find the domain who is more close to the request. So exact match domain work at 100% on the
best ones.
I say one of the best.
Does the authority of the domain matter?
No, really not care. Including, I would say, it's more than not matter. It's today, if you, for example, you have information on Wikipedia who have huge authority, you have the same information on 100 websites with zero authority, zero domain referring, something like that. The LM will follow the 100 because it's the majority who say this and not only one voice. The LM, in fact, acts like in a democracy. Who say the more, he follow. So in fact, you can have one who say all the information perfect. If you have 100 who say the bullshit, you follow the bullshit.
Wow. So you can just get the Fiverr links.
fiber links, it's a way. But in fact, the backlinks are not to give authority to the content. It's just to give a link to push because there's different bots on GPT. There's the one for the deep search and one to train the LLM. The backlink will be more for the to train the LLM, because they make the mapping like this of the network, and they will find your page or content. But you don't need lots of backlink. In fact, 2-3 backlinks is enough to push the indexation.
Okay.
And it's not because you're not indexed in Google or Bing that you are not indexed in GPT. It's a standalone system.
So how many PBNs are needed to fine-tune the LLM?
Only one PBN. You don't need lots of PBN. It's one PBN. It's a network of a website. So you can have 100, 50, 1,000, depend on the subject you want to fight again.
Okay. So
let's say tomorrow I want to make to push something stupid. Make believe to the AI the Earth is flat, for example.
Yeah, exactly.
I will have to. I think I will need to create a 1 million domain. Be crazy because there's too many sources and too many.
To kind of counter the amount of information that is out there already.
That's it. Yeah.
Okay.
If you are able to count how many sources say the Earth is a globe, you have to make more to say the Earth is a flat.
You just need to outbid them in a sense. Outvote them.
It's like a democracy. More the majority win.
Actually,
I am Shani. It's okay.
Yes. You shine like a diamond.
Oh, perfect.
So how and why would you use cloaking in LLMs?
I use a lot.
Okay.
And I use all different way of cloaking. There's lots of different way. There's a traditional one that I like. It's to create some pages. Okay. And in fact, you put all these pages in a folder on your website. And on the robot.txt, you disallow this folder for every user agent. And you allow only the user agent of the AI you target, okay? So then when they come, they will visit the content, they will aggregate it, but no one will see on your website. That's one way. The second way you can use is, I didn't talk about this today, is to put the content in the tag script, no script. You know, on a website, you have to put a tag no script if you cannot use JavaScript, and it will appear only if your browser is not able to use JavaScript. But every browser uses JavaScript. But you can put tons of content inside. All the LLM take it and read it perfectly. Another way to make some cloaking, feel more delicate, is you can use the tag in HTML5. There's a tag named detail and summary. Detail summary make a kind of paragraph that is hidden. You have to click somewhere to open the paragraph automatically. It's in HTML. There's no JavaScript, nothing. In fact, this summary is like the soul of the page. So you give lots of importance for the content. And it works as well as for Google, as well for LLM. And what I showed today, the other way, it's to cloak based on the IPv4, IPv6. In fact, this technique is today there's two databases to make to visit a website. There's IPv4, that's the old system, IPv6, the new system. As there's not enough IPv4, in fact, the new system passes on IPv6. But for the traditional people, when they use their computer, they're on IPv4, so they have a website. But the bot, because they need lots of bots, they start to make all of them in IPv6, so they scrap the website on an IPv6. So it's like you give them another website that what your users see, so you can make a different content. And if you make the maximum, let's say IPv6, your folder dedicated to AI, disallow the bot, you make some cloaking that's totally invisible for human, for the bot. Only AI find it, and AI don't even know that he is cloaked.
Wow.
And the best example is about Craig Campbell.
Yes.
I like Craig, it's a good player. So because I like him, I wanted to see him, and I created a website 1 year ago, Craig-Campbell-SEO.com. So pretty close to his domain.
Yes.
Not by some backlink. I go to rank a little bit, and so it depends. In UK second, on the US third on his name with this domain. Of course, if you look at the website, it's only a screenshot with like fake link for his Pornhub, OnlyFans, blah, 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 and Livecam. It's only bullshit, okay? And if you look the source code, in fact, there's just the rendering and the comment where it is Craig inside, and there's a key to know it's me, but that you have to find it if you are clever, by the way. And so this website make the cloaking. I put some content on IPv6. Talking about Craig Campbell, but that is enjoy to ride some pony in the swimming pool and participate to the Olympic game that in 2024, and is the leader team of Glasgow of Aquapony. And I put this content so on IPv6, so no one can see.
Okay.
And in a system that is a block code, and inside the block code I put a citation of his domain name. And I do this because like this, when the LLM pass and scrap the content, you see that I make a citation of his website. That is the best in aquapony. Okay. And after, when you come back to the GPT or Perplexity, doesn't matter, when you see the source, he will say that the source is his own website because I make the citation and not my website. So that means I push the LLM to trust his website, to take my content like it's from his website and appear on GPT like now he write Aquapony by himself without writing anything about this.
Yes.
It's pretty funny.
This is amazing. And he couldn't find out that who did that website for a while, right?
And he told me, Craig told me that he spent 1 year, he saw this website and he tried to know who is the owner, who is it. 1 year, he don't even know it was me, such a thing.
That's ridiculous.
That's funny. I love it's fun. But that's the problem is, sometimes that's a game between two SEO guys, so that's okay, it's fun. But in reality, it can be a disaster because you can make the usurpation of a brand, you can make some scam, you can make something very bad.
Yes, it
Here
can be
we
really
use
dangerous.
as a playground, but in reality, you can make really thing.
The results of these experiments are really worrying, are quite horrifying, right? Because you use them for fun, but you can use them in very destructive ways. Tell me how I can color my bio in LLM results.
Yeah, I showed today that we can make some usurpation. In fact, if you look on Gemini, now I remove myself, I make a DMCA myself, so you can't find anymore. But before you can saw, as I showed the screenshot, I'm the guy who created the search console and I'm the owner of Google. And it's Gemini who said this, so Google said that I'm the guy who created Google.
Yes.
It was pretty fun. And this, it's very, very difficult. No, max easy. More than easy. In fact, you have to understand how the LLM work, how they find their source, the information. And for this case, the best way the LLM find it was to use the API of LinkedIn. So if you create a job title that you are the owner, or you are the king of Poland, you look like, by the API, you give the information to LLM and say you are the owner of Google. And after, when you remove the post, the job, 1 week later, you are not anymore the owner of Google. That's all.
Okay, so you can place it, remove it.
You can as you want.
And how fast do you see the results? How much?
Before it was around 1 week, 10 days. But as now the process is faster, I think in a couple of days possible.
Any other platforms apart from LinkedIn that are also effective and trustworthy in influencing LLMs?
Which platform? You can use
any other than LinkedIn.
Yes, you can use Reddit. It's a good way. That's how we saw today. You can use Twitter, X. I don't know how you want to call this. There's lots of platforms like that. When there's usually when there's a big community active and who can give fresh news, they don't like it. Opposite, Facebook will not work because of the GPRD. They don't pass information, so
okay.
There's no point to waste your time on
Facebook
boomer website.
Which websites do you recommend? LinkedIn?
LinkedIn for the job, Reddit for the brand, X for the bullshit. And that's great because in X, when you make some bullshit, you will impact instantly Grok and sometimes. So,
go right away, right?
That's why if you look today, you search It's not me, this one, but if you try on Grok, who say the fake news, you will say Elon Musk. If you try on Grok. So you do this, but I really love it, the idea. But you see,
That's a good idea.
You can try every LLM, it's very easy.
Awesome. This is fantastic. So, how do you delete content from LLMs? Because we learned how we can put it in, but we want to take it out sometime.
You're not scared that you will disappear, you? If I say this...
oh gosh, please delete anything else, right?
Anything else? She's shiny?
No.
Am I shiny?
Yes.
Yes.
You blinding me. You're blinding me.
Yeah.
So let's explain. So as I said before, make myself disappear of Gemini because of course when I try to find tactic, I use on my name first, and I pay the consequences because I delete myself on Gemini in France.
Okay.
So today, if you search who is Alan Cladx in France, I don't know this guy. If you search, for example, here, it will give you my bio, normal, no problem.
So you can delete based on a country?
On the country, yeah. At base, it's on the country. And I did this in France on the different name of president, like Trump, Putin, Macron, or something like that.
You deleted Macron from France? Nobody, if you type in...
At the opposite, if you search the name of his wife, Brigitte, you say, because I want A/B test, A/B test.
Okay.
And if you search his wife, you say, yes, the wife of the French president, Emmanuel Macron. But if you search Emmanuel Macron, it doesn't appear anymore. So how did this?
So what does the LLM say when you type in who is Macron?
I don't know who is it. Not enough no popularity. I don't know this guy.
No popularity. I don't know this guy. Okay. But I know his wife.
In fact, how it works, it's so fucking easy. My son, 5 years old. No, you don't have 5 years old. But a boy, 5 years old, can do this. Okay. In fact, you just have to search on Gemini, for example, your name. If I'm able to make the request pretty clever, I will have your name and some data about you. For example, your address, your health status, your region, your phone number, or if something like that. Including if before I create the information instead of you by the LLM. But when you are able to do this, you will have some privacy information. So that means after you can go on the three dot, ask for DMCA for privacy. At this moment, Google tell you, yes, you can make the privacy, but are you located to your account like this? You can follow the DMCA. You say, of course, no. And like this, in fact, you will launch a process of DMCA on the name, anonym. You as target, you don't have any notification that you got a DMCA on your name, so you will disappear of the search the LLM. And as there's no search console for the LLM today, because when you have got a DMCA on Google in Search Console, you have a DMCA because this page contains this. Okay.
Yeah.
But it doesn't exist for the Gemini.
No.
So you cannot ask them to recontrol and remove.
And it works not only in Gemini, right? It works in all different LLMs?
On GPT, it's not pretty stable. In fact, for GPT, you have to make lots of requests to remove.
Okay.
At the opposite, Gemini, it's only one, it's enough.
Okay. So the Gemini is the easiest.
Gemini is the easiest. I think I will not be surprised in the future we'll find lots of purpose on a platform like SEO Clerk or Fiverr or something like that to propose you to clean your identity.
Yes.
But you do this.
Brand protection.
Brand
personal
protection.
information protection.
No more.
Yes.
You are protected. No one talking about you anymore.
Yes, exactly. Brand protection you're not talked about. Will they know I made a request?
Impossible. Impossible.
If
you're not connected to Google account, impossible to know who made the request, when, where.
Wow. This is scary, actually.
Oh, no, funny.
And you don't need to give any reasoning?
No, just to show the extract that there's some personal information.
Okay.
So imagine I poison your name on the LM, I put 10 phone numbers. They can be fake phone number. They will not even call on the phone number. But you give a good reason to remove your information because of privacy.
Okay. And does it work for Google as well? Or Not so much.
Yeah, you can do for Google as well, but at the opposite, if the owner of the website got Search Console, he will have notification, can clean the data, and after come back.
Yeah.
But this, you already got some DMCA by the past or not? Do you know the process?
Yes, I do.
So when you receive, you have a link to follow, you have the
Yes.
form. And if you are in corporation, you have to prove that you represent the corporation in a passport. It's funny because when you want to make a DMCA, you can make anonymous. There's no control. But when you want to prove that it's your information, you have passport, ID card,
That is crazy.
the ID of the corporation, blah, 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 limit the color of your socks. And at the end, it takes a few weeks, sometimes 1 month. And if you miss one information, they say you have to give me back. It takes this time 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, and can take 1 year sometimes on DMCA and Google.
Wow. So the amount of hacks you can make on these LLMs these days is just mind blowing. I mean, it seems like there are any prevention.
No, even one prevention.
Yeah.
No guideline, no rules. Because in fact, the LLM right now are so much acting because they are in a competition between them. They want to prove they are the best, they're generating content, blah, 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 blah. So they are only focused about content, scraping, and things like that, and they don't have any filter. It looks like Google at the beginning, in fact. If you remember the restarter, you can do everything. Don't forget the real major updates in Google, like Panda Penguin, happened 12 years after Google was born.
Yes.
So that if we still keep the same way, we have 10 years free now to make play with the Western in the LLM.
Yeah, you can do keyword stuffing.
Write black on black. All the techniques that now is prohibited that we did this 10, 15 years ago, 20 years ago, work. It's very easy, in fact. Don't be shy.
Wow. So what do you think will happen in the future?
If they know, them, it'd be interesting, but I think they have no idea. Because as they don't make any rendering, they can't control the cloaking. As they don't care about the backlinks, they don't care about authority. I don't think they are able really to make lots of filter, in fact.
Oh, okay. Wow.
I don't see even one point how to make filter, how they choose, the target they choose and direction they choose to aggregate the content. We say that by the past, Google, his weakness was the backlink because he used this to make the mapping and after the authority, blah, 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 blah. At the opposite, LLM, the direction they choose to scrap maximum, doesn't matter where, blah, 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 that there's nothing to stop it now.
Wow.
And as you said before, it makes a circle, so it'd be worse and worse. And in the future, it will be interesting to see when will be 99% of the content will be from LLM that be already poisoned before. I think.
Exactly. It just keeps poisoning with the journalists, right? Vicious cycle.
I said it'd be funny.
So funny times ahead of us.
But it's in the chaos that you can make a better world.
Yes.
So let's go to the chaos.
What good emerges out of it. Thank you so much, Alan, for this. This is absolutely fantastic. And if you want to contact Alan, you can't because there is no information anywhere on him. And if you're from France, you can't even search for him.
No, Google you can find if you search Alan Cladx.
Yeah, Google,
but
not AI, exactly. But we're searching in AI now because we're too lazy for Google.
Well, in fact, I'm only with the boomer. You can search on Google, Alan Cladx.
I will tell you a better way. Just contact me on LinkedIn and I will serve as your affiliate.
I have a link, because it's true, I have a LinkedIn, but usually I go 1 or 2 times a year on it.
Yes, but I know how to contact you. So if you want to reach him, I will take a commission and put you in contact with him.
If it's more than 99%, I disagree. Nice.
Thank you. Subscribe and like.
And Christian, you subscribe and like if I'm very shiny, because you don't tell me I'm shiny.